I'm the itinerant voice actor Carl Bishop for Wise Brother Media, and today I'm talking to YouTube star, now movie star, fashion icon, someone who always keeps it gorgeous, Gigi Gorgeous. How are you?
Hi, thank you for that intro. That was amazing.
Oh, you're very welcome. It was just kind of off the cuff, but you deserve it. You know, your success is very inspiring to me because at a very young age, you decided to transition, and this at the age of 19 after losing your mother, and my sympathies, by the way, you took charge of your life. And so few people muster the courage to do that. You talked about becoming your authentic self, and I think that's a great phrase because we fall into these boxes of, and gender is one of them, sexuality is one of them, and we're kind of told from the very beginning that, it's implicit that we need to fall into line and do something very specific that's been done before, and you just threw all that off, and I think that's amazing. I just wanted to say that off the bat.
Well, thank you, Carl. I really, really appreciate that. And, I hope that this film, you said I was so brave to become my authentic self, and not a lot of people have the courage to do so. I really hope this film lets people do that because I was, told, no, you can't do this. No, you can't achieve this. No, this isn't allowed so many times. And all I was trying to do was be myself. And I think this film speaks to everyone, not just the LGBTQ community. I think it speaks to the world because I think we all have insecurities and we all go through things. And although I was very young when I decided to transition, I knew it was what I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to let anybody stop me.
I think that's fantastic. And the movie we're talking about now is your documentary, Gigi Gorgeous, This Is Everything. It's available on YouTube Red. It was just screened at Sundance. Congratulations. That's amazing. You must be so proud. What was that like, being in Sundance, being in the festival with all these other movie stars?
It was so surreal. Growing up in high school, I had seen all these A-listers attend Sundance and their movies premiering there, and I had always wanted to go. I thought it was just such a magical city. But when we got, accepted for our movie to premiere there, it was just such a pinch me moment. And being there, sitting in the theater with a bunch of other filmmakers and, my friends and my girlfriend and my family was there. It was just a very surreal moment, and I couldn't be more proud.
Now, I've been to Park City in the wintertime, and I know it's no place to be walking around in heels. So how did you negotiate that?
Well, I actually did a little boot heel moment.
Oh, there you go.
Can't drop the heels ever.
But you didn't go so far as to put on ski boots, did you?
I actually had to buy ski boots one day because it just went with my outfit.
That's excellent. I have to say I shared a situation that you had recently when you flew into Dubai. Not nearly as upsetting or as intense as what you had to go through. My husband and I were flying into Turkey a couple of years ago. And we walked up to the passport officer together because, as spouses or families, you can do that. They sent me back, and I objected. I said, well, he's my husband. They looked at me, these two guys, with confusion. They spoke Turkish to each other, then laughed, and then said in English, no offense, handed me back my passport. I mean, it was offensive, and we got in, and it was shaming. But you had another situation. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. And oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that happened to you. One more question before we move on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so fascinated. Did they just gave it back to you? It was that fast?
Well, it was while they were looking at it, like they had our passports. So, it's like I was worried because I'm like, well, they could take them right now. And, that was the oh crap moment. And I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't have asserted myself. But no, at the same time, I was proud I did. Because that's my husband, damn it.
Yeah, of course. Oh my God, that just warmed my heart. You're the first person that has ever actually shared a similar story to me. But yeah, I was in Dubai and I was there. I traveled alone and I was going to visit my girlfriend and I was, greeted with a greeter. Everything was fine. Handed my passport over. He looked at it, spoke, to his colleague. They had it for a little bit, and then they sent me to secondary questioning where my passport was held, and then I was there for a few hours, and then they sent me to immigration where I still didn't have my passport. I had the same feeling as you. I was like, are they going to give it back, or what's going to happen? It was a total of 5 hours that I was there, and I actually, got my bag back, got my passport back, and ended up staying in the hotel that night because I wasn't allowed out.
Wow, that is just frightening. It's just
Yeah,
frightening.
it was frightening for sure. And they sent me a letter saying, an apology letter saying, "Welcome back. You're welcome back whenever you want to come." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm not down. I'm not spending any money there."
Yeah, once they realized who you were, probably they went on YouTube Red and figured it out. Now, you're very busy. Obviously, you're very successful. What are the pitfalls of having all this success? How do you stay away from them? What's your kind of way to center yourself and not get into trouble?
I get into my fair amount of trouble. I'm just kidding.
Well, you should. You're 25. Come on, live it up.
Hey, I'm only 24. I turned 25 in April.
Sorry to age you. I'm so sorry.
Well, you know what? I stay so busy and I travel, but I'm I get cabin fever if I'm in one city for too long. So, I love traveling, and I'm always with, my girlfriend and my best friends, and it doesn't feel like work half the time. So I love it. And, to be announced recently as the face of Revlon, more work is coming up. Oh, thank you.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah, but more work is coming up, and I couldn't be more excited. I'm just ready to take this year on.
All right, well, put in a good word for me, because I'm a voice actor. I do voiceover here in New York City for a living, and as well as this. So, I could be the voice of Revlon.
Imagine you were the voiceover in the commercial I was in. That would be hilarious.
That'd be so sweet. It'd be awesome. So I want to get back to the movie for a second. I've seen the trailer, and to me, it looks like a really, really honest, raw look at you, your family, the fact that you were a diver, an Olympic diver at one point, and you gave that up to follow this dream. So take us through a little bit of that.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I was on my way to the Olympics. I was national champion in Canada for competitive diving. I knew some of the people, competing in diving in the Olympics this past one. I probably would have been there as well. I dropped all of that to start a YouTube channel and really just live my authentic self. And when my mother passed away when I was 19 years old, I made the decision to come out as transgender because I felt that life was too short and, I had been hiding it for too long. So I started documenting footage of my journey. And when I was done, I had hours and hours and hours of footage. And I thought, why don't we make this a documentary? So when we came in contact with Barbara Koppel, who is an award-winning director, I couldn't have been more excited, and, she told the story beautifully, and, my family is in it, and it's just such a raw, vulnerable look, something that I've never done before, and I really, really couldn't be more excited for people to see it, and I hope it gets to people that need to see it.
Yeah, and about that, have you found that you are on Instagram or on Twitter, have you found that you are kind of a therapist for other people that are going through this right now?
Yeah, a lot of people give advice or ask me for advice, or tell me that I've helped them. But, being given this voice for my community is such an amazing feeling. It's a blessing. It really is. I feel so honored. And all I want to do is just share my story because that's how I feel I educate best, when I speak from my heart and I say, what I've been going through, what I'm feeling. And I think this film just has everything in it.
I'm inspired by you, and I'm inspired by the movie. I will be, I'm sure. And I hope to talk to you sometime in the future. And thanks for the conversation, Gigi.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really hope you enjoy it.
Well, there you have it. Another edition of The Itinerant Voice Actor with me, Carl Bishop. My little podcast that no one listens to, but everyone should. Special thanks to Johnny and Robert at Wise Brother Media, celebrity booker Paul Adamo, my partner in crime, David Levin at Brainstorm Inc., and the super talented Noel Honig at the Drawing Room NYC. More episodes of The Itinerant Voice Actor coming soon. Thanks for listening.